All right, part 2 of this new series of Tom and I building our new community. And a lot has actually happened since our first video, and that's what we want to give you an update on today. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one cool thing that happened is that we just finished up the couples table and we threw out like a preliminary, if you're interested, waitlist kind of a situation. We had 8 signups immediately, which is like...
That's awesome.
That's more than I thought. Plus our mastermind members that they're in our currently paid membership.
Right there.
Yeah, mastermind, we've got 20 people already, so that's awesome. And how's our actual Mighty Network looking?
Oh, it's good. Now? Mighty Networks has things called topics, which I used to know as forums from like the message board days. So a topic is where you can have a collection of posts about a certain topic. And so we created all the different topics, but now I'm kind of going in and doing like kickoff posts. So that way it's not just empty tumbleweeds when people go in, but there's actually like stuff to do and interact with and talk about and everything.
Yes, because one thing that I think is very important is that I know that Tom really wanted to be very organic, just gather the people together and see fun stuff that happens, but I really do think that you need to give people structure, because the last thing that you want is random people coming into a room and like having no direction on what to do. So we actually came up with 3 weekly traditions that we're gonna do just to help prompt and encourage contribution and discussion in the group. I'm sure many new ideas and stuff will come as we go.
That's an idea right there. So the first one is channel reviews, which I'm really excited about. I've done this in the past years ago when I was just starting out. So every week we're gonna spotlight somebody's channel, and that person will be getting feedback throughout the week while everybody else has a really simple template that they kind of follow to offer strengths, areas for improvement, overall thoughts. It's not gonna take a ton of time, but it will take time to go through and look at someone's channel.
Guess what we're gonna call it?
Feedback Friday.
Feedback Friday.
And then we've got Motivation Monday.
I think it's that you share something that you think is gonna be motivating for others, or something that you find motivating for yourself.
And then we've got Wednesday Wins, which I'm
Wednesday Wins.
rapidly gonna try to call Wednesday. And that's just a place where, even though there's a whole topic where people can share like their wins at any time, it's kind of cool every week, even if it's something really small, because sometimes if it's like a tiny win, you might feel like, oh, nobody cares, but you can say like, oh my gosh, I did this one little thing and it's awesome.
I remember when I was first starting out on YouTube, like there were so many things where I remember getting my Joby Gorilla Pod and being so excited, and I could tell nobody about it because no one knew what the heck, like how special that was to me.
Right.
So I think that that's gonna be I'm very excited about that weekly tradition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them a tour of what we have so far.
Okay.
Because I think that'll be really cool. Do we wanna reveal our name? I think we should reveal the name.
I'm Tom.
Not your name, but the name of the network.
The name is, wait for it, Just Create More.
Yes, which I think kind of sounds
awesome.
Not like a group of people, but it's more of a concept, an idea that all of us subscribe to.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. And actually, Just Create More, if you're like OG Heather Just Create, this is a kind of like a mantra that I came up with during the first year I started my channel, that most of the times where I had lack of clarity, or I was confused, or I felt anxious or overwhelmed when it came to my channel, if I just created more, if I just made something, like created something, that would usually kick me out of the funk, or I'd get re-inspired, or it would just like take me out of that.
Yeah, because it's not the hustle culture, like do more, you just need to make more, but it's the like, if you're feeling funky, if you don't know what to do,
sometimes you need to just take action.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're like over strategizing, like literally the best thing to do is just make the next video.
Yeah. And I think also to celebrate the fact that we can create, and it's like,
it's possible at all.
Yeah, and to share our stuff with everybody. So that's what it is called. And now I'm gonna give you a tour of what we've got so far. So let's check it out. This is just bare bones, just kind of, you know, we're just laying things out. I'm sure it will evolve from here, and we're excited to see it evolve from here. The one thing that we did try to keep in mind in terms of what we are envisioning and how that is going to actually manifest and build out through Mighty Networks is that we are trying to replicate a physical space, like a physical creator space as much as possible, just online, right? Just with people who don't have to physically be in the same room. But that's how I'm envisioning it as I'm building it out. It's like, here are all the different events that are happening. Here are all the different rooms that, you know, where these certain types of conversations are happening. Here's how you can connect with people one-on-one, stuff like that. So maybe if you have never heard of Mighty Networks, that can give you some context in terms of like how I describe it. So let's jump in. So here is my homepage. It's kind of like a news feed. It's a personal feed. So this feed is curated based on the things that I'm following and the people that I'm connected with within the group. And then here's the Discovery tab, which is really cool. I kind of see the Discovery tab as like the lobby of a physical space, right? So there's like a directory of where you can find certain things. It kind of gives you a snapshot overview of everything that's going on. Here's all, you know, members, featured posts. We still have a lot to fill in, as you can see. And then here is the member directory. I love the member directory. I love the fact that every person has a profile. Every person can describe themselves. They can describe what they're creating. They can link out to their YouTube channels, their websites, stuff like that. I think that's really important because right now what we're doing is like we can follow each other on YouTube, but not everyone has their links on. Sometimes we can't find people's YouTube channels because it's not showing up in the search engine, stuff like that. So it was really important to me that everyone had a profile. And then you could even see like where in the space that this particular member is involved in. So like, you know, the last things that they posted, I could really see, you know, the members that are like breakout members that are really involved, are contributing a lot of articles and posts and sharing a lot of stuff. People who are just super involved, I could see other members really looking to them. Like, of course, I think Tom and I, just by being the ones who started this, being members like that, but then I can see other people that we will be inviting that I'm sure are going to be very influential in the space. And then topics are kind of, you know, Tom already explained that earlier. Events. So here is a past event. I scheduled the couples table in here just to see what it would look like. So you could, you know, link out straight to the YouTube live video, which is super cool. And then people can, you know, actually comment and reply and have a discussion right in here without having to leave the network, which is so awesome. Last thing I wanted to show is there's an upgrades section, and basically this is like if you want to take a step further, specifically with Tom and I, we have our YouTube mastermind, and the mastermind has its own space right here. All the session replays that we've ever had are right here, and it has like its own activity feed, its own topics and events that are separate because, you know, our members are paying for membership, so they have more access to Tom and I. So I'm very excited with how it's coming out. Next action steps are we actually have to invite people in. So we have our wait list. So depending on when you're watching this video, there will be a link to either the wait list or an application form to actually join the community. And if you want to try Mighty Networks, you could totally start out with a 14-day free trial. I have a link in the description underneath this video. I definitely, like, I'm telling you, I haven't used it, like, you know, we're still building our first network here, but it's the only tool, and I've been at this 5 years, it's the only tool that in terms of like what am I envisioning, what we're envisioning in creating a space to not only get people to connect, like-minded people to connect, but actually to be productive and to, you know, individually we have a goal that we want to meet, but also as a group, we have somewhere we want to go together. And that's like, Mighty Networks is the best thing that I've seen aside from literally creating a physical space to kind of like mimic that. So I'm so excited. And if you are interested, definitely start off with a 14-day trial and give it a try. So stay tuned. I'm sure we will do another video once we get our first couple members in here, and it'll be exciting to see how it all plays out. And of course, we will keep you guys updated. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.